Thanks for taking the time. Were you surprised by this verdict? Because to be clear, my legal point of view, this wasn't a slam dunk case. You have an 84-year-old victim talking about something from 1972, no text, no surveillance, right? No forensics about, even that, given that time and place. But the jury still believed this happened.
Well, I think it sets the wrong precedent. Decade-old allegations. I never saw this amount happen. And remember, Mr. Cosby had a civil trial in Los Angeles in 2023 with Judy Huff, and the jury awarded only $500,000. But here's the problem. Mr. Cosby has been an inheritance of two major global movements in the world. In 2018, he inherited Me Too. And right now, he's the inheritance of the Epstein saga. And I think jurors now, they're already tainted. Their minds already
So you don't think
up.
they made a decision based on the evidence?
Well, I think they looked at the evidence, but when you look at decade-old evidence that's over 40 plus years old, I think, and with no evidence of proof, I just believe a lot of these jurors' minds are made up about these celebrities and powerful men to say, I believe that they did it.
Do you think that his defense counsel should have done something differently? How do you think they did?
Well, I think what they should have done after the 2023 trial with Judy Huff, I went to Mr. and Mrs. Cosby, and my strategy for them was to do a garden variety settlement. Come up with a settlement number and settle out these matters, especially at his age, his health, settle them out. And I think he could have gotten out of this. All of these lawsuits was selling out for maybe $20–25 million. But right now, he's already appealed the Judy Huff verdict. He had to put up $1 million appeal bond. In this verdict, he's going to have to put up $59 million plus 50% of that amount, and then it will accrue interest. I don't think he has the money to do that.
I was going to ask you that. I mean, so look, with an appeal, it can, pause handing out the judgment. But he doesn't have any of that kind of money. I mean, he was a very successful entertainer. He doesn't have it anymore.
Well, when you look at it, I think the courts made him turn over all of his financials as well as Mrs. Cosby and everything that they put into a trust to make sure that they didn't put money into the trust while these civil lawsuits was pending, because that would be considered fraudulent. So based on all of that, his net worth is around estimated $128 million. There's no money coming in for Mr. Cosby at this point in time. I think saying that they're going to appeal and doing the appeal, it puts him in a situation to go back to Ms. Motzinger counsel and say, look, you guys have been working on the contingency. You want to get paid. Look at her age and her health. Let's settle this matter out. Yeah. Would she take $20 million? I think that's the strategy behind all of this.
Why do you think he didn't testify, tell his side of the story?
Because, look, think about your grandparent. Mr. Cosby is 88 years old. He has no filter. And when he gets to talking, he's a storyteller. And sometimes he might talk a little bit too much, and he might ramble a little bit too much. Not to say that he doesn't have a sharp mind. I just think it would have been very risky. And you have to also think about, he has a total right now of over 10 civil suits pending between Nevada. He has more in California. He has New York and New Jersey. Yeah. It's just too risky right now.
And 10 seconds, you haven't spoken to him since the verdict, I understand, but real quick, 10 seconds, how do you think he's reacting to this?
Well, I know how he's reacting. I know they're distraught, because they were trying to leave something behind, a legacy behind for their grandchildren. So I know what they're saying. I know exactly how they feel. And it's a sad day, but I pray that they get through this and they come up with a way to, come up to settle this amount out.
Andrew Wyatt, thank you so much for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jesse. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.